As we talked about in class last night, working with Google Sites, you can enter in to the site a couple different ways. If you have a Gmail account, and based on the fact that you actually did create the website last night, you should just be able to go to google.com, and then you would have these 9 little buttons here, and if you clicked on it, sites would be one of those options for you. In the event that that's not the case, then what you would do is type in into your search bar googlesites.com, and then the next option that will come up for you is going to be well, maybe, hold on, I'll try this again, sorry about that. Based on what we did last night, I'm going to go ahead and pick up again and just go through the creation of your website step by step. So most of you had Gmail accounts, or you used a Yahoo account. In the event that you have done that, and you're able to just go to the Google page, you would see these 9 buttons here, and then sites would be one of them. You can also, if that doesn't show up there for you, you can also just in your search bar up here put in Google Sites, and as you can see, Google Sites is one of the options, and you would click on that, and then it'll take you to Google Sites. Now, you will have the option again to do new Google Sites, but I don't want you to use the new Google Sites. It doesn't have the features, all the features that the old sites does. So if you get that message, just click out of it, just hit the back arrow, and then you would click on Create. And again, you're going to have the option there to do in classic sites or in new sites. It's going to be the same either way. So if you're able to enter this way by going to Google, you're still going to have the same option of creating, and again, it's going to be in classic sites, not in new sites. We're going to click on that. The first thing we're going to do is to not do anything with these options. We're going to leave it on blank template, because you can add your own theme to your website. You're going to create your website name. So mine's going to be Dr. Massey's. I'm going to put educational text site. And as you can see, it starts typing it down here for me, so that's going to be my web address. I don't want you to select a theme. I don't want you to do anything with more options, but you do have to click on I'm not a robot, and that's just validation that you know what you're doing. Once you get the green check mark, you're good to click Create. Should you get the option where it asks you to start picking out like all the pieces that are signs, or everything that has numbers in it, it's going to be like a 9-block grid, you have to go through that process, and again, that's just a security validation. So if you get past that, then you click on Create, and as you can see right up here, it's telling you it's creating your site, which is what you want it to do. And if there had been an error with your name, it would not even begin to create the site. It would have returned a negative value of saying that the name was not available. So now we have what is considered to be a pretty bland site right now, but that's okay. We can make it pretty later on. I want to get through the basics. This button right here is always going to be where you're able to edit your page, and this is where you're going to be able to create your page. So you click on that, and it's going to take us back to the page to create. And again, these pages are not negotiable for the naming convention. I want this to be named EdTech Philosophy. And again, we're not going to change any of this. We're not going to change the location, and we're going to click the Create button. And again, it's creating the page, and you can see that up here in the upper middle of the page. And again, it just takes a couple seconds. Now it's going to pop up, and it takes a second or two. So you can see we have it here, but we have to add another page. So again, we're going to go back up here, and we're going to click on, well, actually, it's going to ask me to save. So there was a little bit of a delay, and you have to click Save. So don't, unless you get the Save button, you need to make sure that you save it. Otherwise, you're not going to have that page saved in your page locations. So now we can go over here and click on Create a new page, and we're going to do that. And then the new page name is going to be Assignments. And again, we're not going to mess with this. We're not going to mess with the location. We're simply going to click on create, and make sure that you spelled the word assignments correctly. So you want to make sure that your page names are corrected. So it's loading the editor. You can see it up here. The loading editor will go away once it loads the page, and then it's going to prompt you to save the page. And again, you have to save it if you want the page. If you don't do that, then it'll disappear and you're going to be wondering, where is my page? So we have our 3 pages: home, assignments, EdTech, philosophy, but they're not in the order that I want them in. I want them to be home, EdTech, and assignments. So we're now going to reorder the page. This wheel over here, this little tool wheel, you're going to click on the down arrow, and then each one of these categories is divided. So there's page actions, page templates, and site actions. Site actions is where we're going right now, and we're going to click on the edit site layout. And then we're going to take our mouse and we're going to come over here and we're going to scroll over the under the sidebar, and we're going to click on navigation. Now you should have this box in the middle of your page. If you didn't get that, it's more than likely that you're trying to click up here on the sidebar and you needed to scroll right like you're going on home page to activate the navigation. So we want to unclick the automatically organize my navigation. What it does is it's going to alphabetize the pages by having it automatically organize it. So obviously home is not going to be alphabetized because that's your home page and you cannot change that. But assignments, A is the first letter of the alphabet. E would obviously follow after A. So that's why it is that way. We're going to click on add page, and we want to start with the home page. And when you click on it, it either gets yellow or like pinkish like this is. That means we've hit the right page. Click on the OK button. Now you see it's in our pages. We're going to repeat this process and add another page, and we're going to select the EdTech, and we're going to click on that, and you can see mine is, like I said, I wouldn't say pinkish, more salmon actually. And then click OK. And then we're going to do that again for the third page, and we're going to click on that and click on assignments, and then click OK. And you can see they're in the order they need to be: home, EdTech, and assignments. And now we're going to accept those pages in that order and click OK. So we have those in that order. Now normally I would tell you need to close this button to go ahead and get back into a page where you can do your editing, but I want to have a footer on your pages. So we're going to go up here to the custom footer, and that's the 4th button on your navigation. So click on that, and you can see it's saving it. And then down here at the very bottom, you should see click to edit custom footer. And once again, as I said in the class, you can't use Internet Explorer with Google sites. It doesn't allow you to do some of the features. You can use Google Chrome. You can use Mozilla Firefox. Safari on the Mac is a little bit wonky with it too, so I would just advocate that you just use either Chrome or Firefox. So we need to click on the custom footer, and then you should have this nice box in the middle. We're going to click in here, and we're going to type our email address in here. And this is so we have our contact information, so that if anybody was looking at our website and wanted to send a message to us regarding maybe a question, maybe there were some broken links, there's a structure in place for them to send the message. Then I want you to kind of hit your space bar a couple times and then type the words last date updated, and then put in the most recent date that you're working on, which is anytime you touch your website, you need to update the pages. So today is obviously the 17th. I'm going to put that date. Now, right now, if I left it like this, this would not be hyperlinked where somebody could just click on it and go to an email. We want to hyperlink that. So you need to just put your mouse right at the end of the U, left click and drag over, and then click the little hyperlink button. And as you can see, it says add or remove link. We're adding a link. So now that the link is hyperlinked or hot, you can then see that we could change it or remove it if we made a mistake. So if you want yours left like this, that's fine. Like I said, I'm a little bit OCD and I like it centered in the middle of each page, and then I want the font size to be just a bit bigger. So I'm going to change it to a 12-point font, and it's centered, and then I'm good with that. You could change the text size. You can change the font to a different type, you can change it. There's not a lot of options. There's normal serif, there's Courier New, Georgia, Verdana, Trebuchet. You can bold it, italicize it, underline it. You can change the text color if you don't like the text colors there. I'm okay with those things. I'm just kind of anal about centering and making the text size just a wee bit bigger. So if you're okay with those changes, click OK. And then we see it's at the bottom of our page. And now we're going to go ahead and click this close button up here in the top right. That's going to get rid of those other pieces that were on there that were allowing us to edit the navigation and then also edit the footer. And as you can see, it takes a minute for it to accept the changes. So now you're probably thinking, I need to do this to every page. Well, the beauty of Google Sites is that all you need to do is change that date or add that information on one page. Here's my home page, it's on there. Here's my Ed Tech page, it's going to be at the bottom of it. So everything is now up to date with what I want as far as pages go. So according to the requirements of the assignment, you need to add an image to each one of the pages. The only exception is on the home page. You need a professional looking picture. It can't be a vacation picture where you're standing against a mountain or against a fence. It really should be just a headshot of you. So in order to add that, we have to go through a process. So again, this is where we're going to start using our editing tool, and this is the edit page. So we'll click on that. And now you're going to get some other buttons that you can use. Insert, Format, Table, Layout, and the Help button. And you shouldn't need the Help button. The help should be me. So when you think of help, you call Dr. Massey. Don't call the Help button here. So we need to insert the image first. So we're going to click on the Insert button. Now there's 3 columns here, as you can see. On the right side, we've got Google options, gadgets. We have the common things, which are images, links, table of contents, sub-page listings, inserting horizontal lines, those type of things. For right now, we're just going to focus on the image. So we need to search for that. So hopefully what you have is you already have an image of yourself on your computer, or you're going to take a picture and you're going to put that on your computer somewhere. So you would click on Upload Images. And then again, assuming that you've already gone through and either taken a picture or have a picture on your computer, you're going to locate that. So I'm going to go to my Jump Drive, and I'm going to go to my pictures. And then I'm going to pick up one just headshot picture. That is, a professional picture. I'm going to, you can now see that it is uploaded in there, but that doesn't mean that I can just click the OK button. It's going to automatically upload. I have to actually click on the image. And if you watch, it will show me that it's now got a border around it, and I can click OK. So now this picture is too big. I don't want it that large on my picture screen in my text editor box, but it's really easy to resize it. You don't have to go through any major changes like going through some photo program. You just need to click on this one S here. So this is for S, this is for medium, this is for large. So I want to make it a small picture. And now another option I have is I'm going to add my text, because again, you have to put something about yourself, like, I'd be saying I'm Dr. Massey, I teach the educational media and technology, I have a doctorate in IT, those type of things that are going to give that little bit about you to anybody who is going to view your website. So if I didn't do something with how the text was going to align, it would be actually going to the bottom of the page. So I want to go ahead and do a wrap on. You can do wrap off, or you can do wrap on. So I click up here, and so it's wrapping to the right side. So I would put hi, and if I could type Massey, and then I would go on with the rest of my dialogue about who I am, what my doctorate's in, what I teach. I might even talk about the purpose of why I went into teaching. You can put that in there on your homepage. You really should have roughly about a paragraph to 2 paragraphs about yourself on there. So that's on there, you can always, well, not always, you should type this up first in a Word document and copy and paste. That way you can do your spell check and grammar check and make sure you have the proper, commas and so on. So I would not usually type this in here. I would always use my Word document. So assuming that I had all the wonderful things I wanted to say in there, I would then go ahead and click Save to save my changes. And that way I haven't lost anything. So again, you have a picture on your home page, you have About You on your home page, and then you click that Save button. The next piece you need to have is on your EdTech Philosophy page, you must have an image of something that deals with technology. So assuming that you haven't gotten that, you would just open up another tab on your browser, and then I always use Google. So I'm going to go to google.com, and I'm going to type in images so that I can get images on here. And I click on Google Images, and then I'm going to put educational technology to try to get as many images that deal with education and technology. So I kind of like this image right here. I think educational technology just hit the nail right on the head, so we're going to use that. So you would click on your image, and then you would right-click in the image, and then go down to Save Image As. Do not do Save Link As, do not copy image. You want to save the image because then you can locate it in your folder. That way you have access to it. If for some reason it goes away or you delete it by accident off of your website, you have it. So I'm going to put my image into my jump drive with my class. So I'll put it into the summer class, and I'm going to save that right there. So now that's saved. I'll leave the Google Images up just in case I need it for another image for my assignments page. So we're going to go through the same process. Go up here to your Edit page. So you can see again the pencil is Edit, and it says Edit Page. Click on that, and it's loading the editor. So now I have to go back up here to Insert to be able to insert an image, and I'm going to select the image. I have to upload it, and I'm going to go back into my file, and this time I'm going into my Ed class. Find the one I put it in. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get my image there, and it's uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it and click OK. And because I'm going to add text to this, I really want it to be a little smaller as well. So I'm going to click on Small. Well, but maybe I want it medium, because that image tends to be a little bit smaller than most of them, so I would use medium. You're going to have to use your discretion on how big you want the image to be. And again, I'm going to do my wrap on. And this is where you're going to talk about your philosophy about the use of technology in the classroom. This is not your personal philosophy of education, which was done when you were like in Ed 202 for those of you that took it recently, and for those of you who took it a long time ago. This is your philosophy about the use of technology in the classroom. So you want to make sure that you focus on what your personal views are on using technology. So again, write it up in a Word document, and then go ahead and copy and paste it in there. That way you can do your spelling, your punctuation, and so on. So like I said, my philosophy, and again, this is not going to be exact, but I put my philosophy is every classroom should use or integrate some form of technology, because students today are 21st century learners. And then I would go on to say more about why I think that I might even, for me personally, I would also, back it up with some research to support that. So assuming that I've got my nice, 2 paragraphs about my philosophy about the use of technology in the classroom, I'm going to go up here to the right-hand corner again, and I'm going to click on the Save button to save my draft. And you don't have to worry about publishing this. Every page that you save is a published page. So now our last requirement for this assignment is to go to your assignment page and then put an image on there. You do not have to put any text in here at all, just an image, because this assignment page is where you're going to house every single assignment that you are going to create in this class over the 6 weeks. Again, we're going to go through the same process. We're going to click on our pencil to edit the page, and I'm going to locate another image because I don't have an image that I want. So I'm going to hit my back arrow because I left my page up on the educational technology. So I can put assignments, and maybe I want to do technology, assignments that are technology, just because that's something I'm focused on. And maybe you want to do something else. It's really up to you. I have no preference on what you do. I might use something like this pencil with an A+, kind of homeworky. Again, go down to save image as, don't do save at link as, don't do copy image, and make sure that you put the image in the folder where you can access it very easily. So I'm going to click on save. And then I'm going to go back over here to my page, and I'm going to go up here to insert, and I'm going to go to image and upload images, and then I'm going to go ahead and select the image I just picked. Okay, and that's not the one I had, but okay, I'll use that. Homework, that's even better. Now in this one, I don't mind that it's larger because it's going to take up most of the screen because there's nothing else that's up there. So I'm okay with that being large. If I didn't like it, I could also click on the X to remove it. So anytime you put something in there you don't want, you can always get rid of it. And so I'm going to go back, and because it's already in there, I can just go ahead and click on it again and upload it. So I'm okay with that. I like what it says, and I'm going to click on my Save button to save the changes. Okay, so now that it's saving it, and you can tell that because again in the middle of the screen, there you go, my changes have been saved. So now I have my 3 pages. I have my home page, which has my picture, my about me, I have my ed tech philosophy, it has an image, and it has my philosophy of using technology in the classroom. I have my assignments, and I have my image on my my assignments page. Okay, there we go. Now, everything that you have for this class is going to go just on this assignments page, nowhere else. So I'm going to show you how to add your files, and I want to focus on very specific conventions in naming the files so that they're easy for me to see which ones belong to each week. So this one area here says add files, pretty intuitive. So I want you to focus on naming your files a very specific way. So I'm going to go to a file that I had done based on the assignment you guys have for this week. I want you to name it Week 1 Hybrid _ Online Assignment. That is what I want you to name for this week. That's the only assignment that goes in to your website for this week. You'll have assignments for week 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that will go onto the website, and each one of those weeks you will name them according to the assignment title. So for example, if it was week 2 emerging technology assignment, that's what you would name it. But for this week, because the only assignment that is due into your website is week 1 hybrid online assignment. I click on it, you can see the file name is in the box. I click open, and then it adds it into my file here. It says week 1. It gives me the date and time. That's another check and balance. So we talked about this in class last night about the assignments needing to be loaded to both your assignments page on your website and into your to the Blackboard on the assignments page that you located it. If for some reason you forgot to upload it to Blackboard, but you did successfully upload it to your website, then I would go back and look at the date and time, and as long as that date and time was on the date and the exact time that it was due, anytime before 11:59 p.m. on whatever date it's due, then I would not consider that late. So this is just another way to make sure that if for some reason you didn't get it uploaded to the assignment page, but you got it to your website, you can show me that by saying, I got it on my website, but I guess I just didn't, do it to the assignment page in Blackboard. And again, if you see a 0 on your Blackboard account, and you need to check your grades all the time, because again, as I said last night, as soon as each assignment is due, I'm going to start grading immediately, because I do not want to fall behind in grading. And this is such a fast-paced course. That is the only way that I'm going to stay on top of it. So if I put a 0, you need to look at that, look at my comments, and then get right back to me with either the assignment that is corrected, or if there was a problem that I asked you to resubmit, it needs to be done immediately. Okay, so this is what we would do. You don't have to worry anything about this comment box at all. Just leave that alone. That's not anything you have to worry about at this point. And if you want to get rid of this comment box altogether, you just don't want to see that on there, you go back up here to your wheel, you click on that, the more actions, click on page settings, and then you can click on, unclick rather, allow comments, and then click save. You have to do this to each page. It'll only remove it from the page that you're asking it to be removed. So see, it's gone there, so I have to go through that process to remove that. I'll go back up. Actually, it took it away, so that's good. So, nope, it didn't. I thought it did. So go back up here, page settings, unclick allow comments, click save. Go back up here to home page. And home page doesn't have that, so you're okay with that. But if you add any additional pages, you'll want to go back up and just do the same process. Page settings, click, and then click on allow. So if I wanted to allow comments on my home page, I could enable that. I disabled it on the home page before. And to me, because I have my email address here, I really don't need to enable the comments there, so I'm going to go ahead and disable that. I could also allow attachments on my homepage, but I have that disabled as well because I don't want any attachments on the homepage. So now I've taken care of all of my pages. If you want to be able to add any additional pages beyond what you already have, you can do that. So let's say, for example, you want to add a page for resources, and resources could be things like videos that you find that maybe other people that view your site might be interested in looking at. You would go back up here and add the page again, and let's say we're going to title it resources, and again, we won't mess with any of this. We click on the create button. Okay, and now it's going to load the editor, and I have to save it. Now, it's going to automatically save the changes on there. What it doesn't show, as you can see, it doesn't show here in my navigation structure. So we have to go through the process that we did before to add the page. So we go back up here to our wheel where it says more actions, edit site layout, scroll over here, hit the navigation, and then add page, and we're going to click resources, click OK, and then we're going to close that. So now I have a page called resources. So I would actually leave the comments button enabled here in case people wanted to comment on the resources. So let's say I want to use a video from YouTube. Again, I'm going to click on the insert button, and I'm going to scroll over here to YouTube. So I don't have a video at this point, so let's go ahead and go into back into my Google account, and let's go up here and just put in YouTube. And let's say that I want people that are viewing my site to look at a video about effective use of technology in the classroom. So let's see if I can find one that's in there. So I'm going to do a search here. Obviously, my typing is faster than what my computer is. And then click on search. Okay, so let's say that I want to do redefining learning and teaching using technology. This is a TED Talk. I'm really big about TED Talk videos. And here's another one right here, technology education. Let's go ahead and use this one. You need to click on the video and then this address bar right here. Once I click up there, you can see how it's all blue. If I just do Control C.
It's final exams week, and that means two things.
And
the library is packed, and I'll be writing papers.
Come on.
Lots of papers. And if I want to get A's on those papers, they better be free of typos.
Okay. So I'm going to go back into my resource page, and then I'm going to copy or paste my address back in there. So now it shows the video right here. If it doesn't come up like right away, it means that either you didn't grab the entire web address of that video. And you can change the size if you want to. So you can change it to any of these options you have here. It's kind of up to you. I'm going to go with one that's kind of longer across the page, and I'm going to go ahead and include the border, and I'm going to click Save. Now, right now, you can see it's grayed out because I still need to save that. So if I click on Save, I now have my YouTube video. So if I want to add more videos to this, it's very easy to do that. I'm going to go back through the same process of clicking my pencil to edit my page. And then I'm going to go back into Insert and go into YouTube. And let's say that we'll go back to that other video that I thought was not a bad one. Let's go to actually 50 ways to use technology in the classroom. And again, I'm going to go ahead and click on there, do Control C to copy it. I'm going to come back over here and paste it in there. And again, the video comes up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this size because the size of my other one is much larger. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and if I go into this wheel here, I can change my video size very easy. I'm going to go back and change it to the smaller size. So you don't even have to remove it. So you see how it just keeps on adding the videos there to it? And if you wanted to go in here and add comments about the video, again, you could do the wrap on, and it would allow you to make comments right up here next to it. So you just need to work with those videos and then click Save and put in whatever summary you might want to add for your viewers. So that's how easy it is to add anything like the videos, or again, if you wanted to add, calendar. Again, these are not required. I'm just simply giving you options of ways that you might want to make your website more personal. You could add charts. You could add things from your Google Drive. If you use Google Drive, all of those are insertable into your website. That's what makes it really personal. So I'm going to click the Save button, and then I'm going to show you one more thing about how you're going to create your own theme for your website. Okay, my changes have been saved, so I'm going to go back up here to our friendly little tool, and I'm going to go to Manage Site. So before we were doing the Edit Site Layout, now we're going to do the Manage Site. And as you see, it takes a minute to do that. Here's your name of your website. right here is your themes, colors, and fonts. And so we're going to go into that button and we're going to utilize what is available there. So you click on that, and again, it just depends on the speed of your computer as to how long it takes. You need to always look up here to see if it's processing, as opposed to just clicking until you have the page come up. So again, it takes just a second. So right here is your themes. If you click on that, you can kind of scroll down and you can choose what you want as far as a theme. So if I click on something, it shows me here before I can actually have to commit to it. That's okay. I mean, it's not the best in my mind, but you know, like I said, I'm not sure that I'm really looking for anything in particular right now. This is just demonstration, but I actually kind of like this site best. And you see, it did change my font size and type based on that theme. So I'm going to save that because I kind of think that it looks a little bit more, you know, techie-like. So we'll save that. And it says my changes have been saved. So you need to kind of look at the middle of the screen in the top to know if your changes have been saved, because it's not going to move you back to where you were. It just merely saves the changes. So in order to get back to your home page, you need to click on this button here to get back to where you actually get into editing your site again. Okay, so now I'm back to my site. I have saved every one of my pages. They're all updated. They have the information. This is my address. This you will copy and paste, and you will upload into Blackboard into the text editor box in the assignment link. So you do that very easily. Just open the assignment link, and let me see. Go in there and I'll show you. Okay, so let's say I'll just use this. Click on the folder that the assignments are in. And then I scroll down to the website one and I click on it. And then I go into the comment box and I do Control V. And it isn't hyperlinked, but that's okay. You just need to do the Control V. If you don't do Control V, it's not going to go in there. And then click Submit. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, I'll just show you that again. Control V, and it's in there, and then click Submit. So hopefully this helps you out. Again, don't forget, Blackboard is down Friday from 9 o'clock until Monday morning at 9 a.m., which means that the assignments will not be uploaded to the course until after 9 a.m., assuming that they haven't had any glitches. So if you don't see access to your course, don't worry about that. That means that there's a problem and it's not on your end, it's on our end. So if you have any questions, again, you guys know how to get a hold of me. Got my phone number. Text me. Again, if I don't respond on the email within a couple hours, text, because I'm always over my limit on my email, and so I may not get it right away. It may be delayed as I clear up some of my space. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and look forward to seeing you guys. And if you have any questions, again, you know how to get a hold of me.